If you want to see what Lise Watier has in store in her holiday set 2021, then stick around. Hi there and welcome back, or if it's your first time, welcome to HMM Makeup or Makeup. I am very excited to bring you a Canadian launch for the holidays, which is the Lise Watier set for 2021, and just want to give you a little bit of information around, well, the purchase that I made at Shoppers Drug Mart. So when I got the call yesterday and I went this morning to get this set. I also picked up a couple of other things from Shoppers Drug Mart, and I thought I would just show you. So I'll keep the kit for last. I just have 4 items plus 3 samples to show you that I left with. And it's always worth it, if you do have a Shoppers Drug Mart or Pharmaprix in Eastern Canada, to take a look at the value section. So I don't know if you can see that, $2. These two are $2. They are, I checked to make sure, they have not been opened at all. The seal is in place. It's 240 ml, a lavender cream, for discounted down to $2. So it's a pretty significant amount of product for just a couple of bucks. And so I'm getting into lavender now, and so this idea of having a couple of lavender body lotions really was appealing to me. I've purchased some foaming bath wash and now this. And I also noticed, I thought, why not? For $3, the VitaBath, what is it called? Body cream. And it is in cucumber and white tea. I was able to get each of those for $3. So that value section, which is usually kind of close to where the pharmacy is located, you know, you might want to just take a look. There were a few other products as well from Soap & Glory. I'm a big fan of Soap & Glory, but the types of products that were on offer at clearance rates were just not things I was interested in. But having 4 of this size of product for just $2 or $3 each Canadian really made my day. So it made the outing to Shoppers Drug Mart for the Lise Watier set even better. And so now, let's take a look at what I am going to unbox from Lise Watier. I lied. I have something else to show you. They gave me 3 perfume samples. They gave me Libre by Yves Saint Laurent, or YSL. So I'm going to try that perfume. They also gave me Oui from, as in oui, as in yes in French, from Juicy Couture. And that's an eau de parfum spray. Hopefully you can see that. And the third one is, oh, okay, I know this one. No, I don't. I know the mascara. I don't know the perfume. Lancôme Idole. So that is the third sample. And very often Shoppers Drug Mart has samples when you make a purchase. These I didn't ask for. They just included with the purchase. But it's nice to get those little samples. They do offer it when you purchase online as well. You can select 3 samples no matter what. And so yeah, a few more perfumes to try. Sephora does the same kind of thing, but I just thought I would note. Now, what I got called for is this set for Lise Watier, which is a $95 set. I did go in and take advantage of points. So it was a 20 times the points event today for me. And so essentially it's kind of like a 30% off coupon. To a certain extent. So you could say that for $95, I got it for a third off of that. If you are not using or going to Shoppers Drug Mart in Canada and you have access to it, I'd recommend just check out their PC Optimum points. I think you'd be surprised at how helpful it is in saving some money. All right. Enough of that, and no, this is not sponsored, it's just great ways of saving money. Let's open this up. I did open up and have a few videos on the Lise Watier set from last year and I believe the year before. I will put a few videos here for you. If they're not here, I will have them in the description box. I'm going to fit as much as I can in there for you. And let's open up the box. Oh, and just as I tear into the box, I did also notice They do have a decent description on the back of the 3 items that the box contains. If you want to get more information before you decide to purchase or pass, then that should help a little bit. Okay, so here we go. I'm taking out these items. I'm just tilting it in case they fall out or want to fall out. And just like previous year's packaging, it is quite luxe. It's encrusted. The 2 palettes are encrusted. And the center, which looks like a gold gloss, is very pretty. So it's just very pretty packaging. And what is the collection called? They're calling it Irresistible or Irrésistible. Okay, that works for me. Let's take a look at the gloss. I'm just going to do a little swatch of it so we can get a feel for it. It looks like it would be comfortable. And it's a gold hue, but it looks like it shears out pretty well. So I'll be curious to try that out. And it is, does it say? It does not say how much. Does it say on here? Oh, 4.7 ml for this gloss, which is not bad. Usually a full-size gloss would be between around 5 and 10. So I would consider this a full-size gloss. And yeah, I'm digging the packaging. I think it looks good. And the doe foot, by the way, I did not make a mention of it, but the doe foot is kind of on the flat side, in case that matters to you. So there's, come on, focus. There we go. So it is more flat on one side than the other. Not as tilted as some lip glosses that I've seen, but I think it's all right. Okay, I like the color. I like the design of the packaging. So far, so good. I am going to keep the eyeshadow palette for last. Let's go with the blush to begin with. I am mesmerized by this packaging. It is gorgeous. Okay, let's open that up. Oh, there we go. Yeah, look at the embossing on this. And it seems to have 2 hues. It seems to have a shinier, rosier one, and then more of a matte, deeper shade. So it's almost like a rosy highlighter and a blush all in one. What do they say here? Yeah, duo. So it says it's a blush powder duo. Doesn't say specifically anything about it, but it does look like, oh no, there. So now without the ring light, when I look at it, just the deeper side looks more matte just because it's a deeper color blush. But they are both, by what I can see, they are both matte. I think the lighting from the ring light was giving me a false impression here. I am definitely going to do a try-on with these, so stay tuned for that. Today I'm only going to do swatches. All right, so we have a couple of blushes. And now we have the eyeshadow palette. And based on what I could see, as I pull my sleeves up, what I can see is that there is some purpley kind of colors in here, and it would go well with the blush that you just saw. So let me just try to open it up. It's always challenging. There we go. Okay, and there's a little bit of a plastic protector. I'm going to take that off, but I appreciate it being there. And yes, there is a purple, and I would say a purple similar to purple color. So there's purple here, and I would say this one is kind of purple friendly as a match, and this one also has a little bit of a purple hue as well. So we've got 6 eyeshadows in this complement, and purple and gold does tend to look really nice as complementary colors. Now I think it's a little bit different than I would have expected. I think that the blush is a different color than I might have expected to go with that palette. I think I would have expected more of a mauve brown possibly as a blush than what was included, although the deeper blush seems to kind of fit the bill. The lighter one seems quite a bit pink, although pink and purple go really well together, but I'm just wondering about the top 4 shades, or shadows, pardon me, and whether they go all that well together. I guess doing a look with these products will answer that question, but it's just first impressions, of what I'm seeing here. So in essence, I have swatches for 8 more products, 6 of the eyeshadows and 2 blushes. So let's do that right now. And I do still have the gloss on my hand here. That's not going to go anywhere. I'll put the blushes on the hand as well, and then we're going to flip around and take care of the eyeshadows. So let me go right into the blush compact and see what the swatches look like on that. So I'm going on the deep side and the light side. So these are the 2 fingers. And let's see. You know what? I'm second guessing. I'm going to do the blushes in the same spot as the eyeshadows, because technically you can use blush as eyeshadow as well. It's just powder. It's just matte powder, not a big deal. Okay, so there we go. It goes on really smooth. It's very, very finely milled. It feels quite nice on the skin, and for first pass, not bad, and I did not dig in at all. Let me just go back in for a second swatch. Of course, you would never put, not likely anyway, to put blush quite that intensely on the cheek, but at least you can see the buildup of the color as I am swatching them. So there we go. I really like the 2 blushes. If you can tell, I'm kind of big on pinky and pinky mauve, and so there's a little bit of mauve feel in here, and there's a little bit more of a peachy pink feel on this one, but I am really enjoying both of them, and here are the fingers if you're curious to see. Okay, now for the eyeshadows. And if you know me, you know that eyeshadow is probably my favorite makeup product out of any makeup product. Eyeshadows are up there. So I'm going to do 3 and 3, I think. So I'm going to pick 3 of the top shadows. I think I'm going to pick these 3 here, and then do another set of 3 down here. And let's see what those look like. Okay, so I've got 3 shadows here. Very metallic looking, hey? Okay, so this looks like a bronzy shade. Oh, it's kind of rose gold, actually. It looked deeper in the pan. Okay, so kind of a rose gold. Now this is definitely a mauvey taupe, or a taupey mauve. So far, these first 2 colors would look flattering on virtually any eye. And then, is it like a metallic chocolate? Yeah, sort of chocolatey brown. What am I saying? It's more like a metallic beige, a deep metallic beige, but it feels like there's more brown in it than to be able to call it a beige. So far, these are really pretty colors. Okay, I'm going to double up on these, and here we go. Second pass on this one. Just the top one. This is the middle shadow of the whole compact, and this one is the far right shadow. All right, very, very pretty colors, and I mean these are no-brainer eyeshadows. It would be really hard to mess up a look with those colors. They're very forgiving. They're not super saturated, but they're also not super blingy. So they would be very user friendly. As I wipe my fingers, yeah, really user friendly. So I'm quite happy with how these 3 swatched. And now we're going to go with these last 3 shadows. So another quite shimmery shadow from above, and then one that's almost like a, no, actually the 2 at the bottom I would say are absolute mattes. So let's see how close I am with that estimation. So I'm going with the kind of cream color one first, which would be very, very good for brow bone and inner lid. And then this very light lavender color. And finally, that nice, deep, rich purple or eggplant, whichever, however descriptive you want to be. Here we go. That would be the brow bone color. Oh yeah, it's a nice, almost like a satin beigey cream color. And second last color. Yeah, that one, this one is really a decent color to start off a look, kind of as a transition shade, if you will. And now we've got the, oh yeah, this is a beautiful eggplant color, but it's kind of patchy. Did not spread all that well, but I have to say mattes sometimes do not perform as well in swatches as they will on the brush. Shimmers tend to translate well on the in swatches, just as they would on the eye, but mattes are a bit different. They just don't behave the same way as a shimmer. And that's okay, because when you use the brush, it works quite nicely. They just don't quite pick up the same way on the fingers. So here we go for the second go. Middle. Yeah, this is a super friendly matte right there. And then finally that eggplant color. All right. So that is 2 passes on each one of those colors. Just based on my skin tone, it is very hard, I realize, to see these 2 colors all that well. But I mean, they are subtle. They were obviously formulated to be subtle, and that's fine. So basically, if you want a deep smoky eye, you can get it with this palette. And if you want something super light and kind of slightly your eyes but better, you can definitely get some interesting combos with the last 3 down here. So I think that there's some good amount of versatility, despite the fact that they are all pretty much conservative colors. And I also would not discount using the blushes for eyeshadow as well. I mean, powder is powder, and you can definitely use a matte blush as a matte eyeshadow. I have definitely done it myself, especially when traveling. You can multitask products, and yeah, I would have no issue with using that blush in a multi-purpose way. Okay, so here's the lineup one last time, and I did decide to add the gloss on the very end of the whole group of eyeshadows here. So you'll see the gloss right down here, so that there's just the ability to see everything in one fell swoop. And I think I'll just adjust the lighting a little bit so that you can see. I think that gives you a bit of a better view of all of the eyeshadows, blush, and lip gloss. So I'm going to increase the light back up. So I am going to say that, like previous holiday sets from Lise Watier, this set is extremely approachable, would be very flattering, and approachable / easy to use. I think that that is fantastic. I think that makes it a whole lot more saleable and a whole lot more possible to purchase if you are unsure about product placement on the eye, right, of which colors might go where, and also worried about, is this palette for me? Because there's a decent range of different types of eyeshadow, it is more of a cool palette, right? I don't think that anyone would call this particularly warm, so it is more of a cool palette. If you are into a cool palette look, I think that it is a good choice. If you are not particular necessarily, there are a few that the browns definitely show up as a little bit warmer. You can certainly do a warmer look with this palette, but I would say that it skews more so to the cool, as far as I can see based on the products included. Yeah, so the browns and the peachy blush, which is the lighter blush, would probably enable you to do some decent warmer looks, but I would default to it being a cool eyeshadow palette. And I have to say, for somebody with green eyes, this is a very green eye friendly palette, and I think would look really nice with brown eyes as well. And for the two deeper shades would probably make blue eyes pop as well. So I'm really happy with a few aspects. I'm very, very happy with the packaging choice this year. I think it's very luxe. I think the previous 2 years were also quite good, but somehow I just feel like this is particularly rich looking and interesting, and it has the tactile feel because the gems are stuck on the top of the compact, and they don't really have a protective cover on them, which just makes it a really interesting design for the outer packaging. I'm going to say, Lise Watier, the team, bravo. It looks beautiful, and I would not hesitate at all if I were to look to gift something of around $100 value. I would think that this would go over pretty darn well, either for a novice or, frankly, someone who really has an appreciation for makeup. So this was, I would call it a success. Let me know what you think of this unboxing and swatches. And please keep an eye out. I will have a look using all three of these products coming up for you very soon. With that, I will say thank you so much for watching. I appreciate it every single time. And I look forward to seeing you in the next video. But for now, take care.